page 3 reads, date of notice means the date. A bit lower, it reads good cause, except as applied by a court.
I'm sorry, I wanted to say something about date of notice.
Okay.
There was a question that came up during the state board meeting, because I happened to be there, that there's no proof of return receipt. Sorry, I'll put on my teacher voice. The date of notice at the top of proposed rule, page 3, says that it's mailed to the last known mailing address, and one of the concerns was having a receipt of that going out. Also, I think that there should also be, well, I guess it's later in the rule, a date of notice of when an investigation begins. We talk about substantiation, but we don't talk about when an investigation is opened. I think that's later in the rule, but it kind of pertains to date of notice, because I think a date of notice should happen at the beginning of an investigation and the end, and it should be documented with some kind of a signature on a piece of paper, and not just something dropped in the mail.
Okay, thanks, Maureen. Okay, to scroll down a bit. Oh, sorry, Jim.
This is Jim Tatton again. I don't know what date of notice means, but when I read the definition, it seems to me to trigger some sort of official action that probably needs to meet the requirements of proof of service. That might be another issue that I would bring to the attention of the Attorney General. You can't just put anything in the mail anymore.
Right. Yeah, it comes up later in the packet, but it's important because the definition ties in with the later in the packet, so.
Dawn?
So, in my situation, my son will probably always live at home for the foreseeable future. But if somebody's in a group home or a host home, how, and something, there's no date of notice of when the report is starting, how does the guardian or family member know that something is occurring with their loved one? I'm sorry if this is something everybody else knows. I'm not in the adult world yet, so.
So I'd ask a question though. This is my own ignorance of the Adult Protective Services system. Is that relevant to the specific changes to the rules that we are discussing right now?
Well, it ties into when they use this term later in the rule packet.
Okay.
Yes.
So Dawn, I'd ask you to hold that, and if it's not clear a little bit later,
Okay.
we'll bring it back up.
Okay.
Okay? Okay to roll on?
It's important.